Hello everyone, this is an update on my project with AXUM BDK, obviously Rust. So what I've written so far is two different projects really, and I'm going to kind of merge them. So if you looked at my website, redandgreen.co.uk, I've done some articles where I've been experimenting with Bitcoin Development Kit. So BDK is actually available for CLI as well. So I've taught myself the basics using the BDK CLI. Um, so I know how to generate a wallet, create a transaction, which is actually a PSBT, partially signed Bitcoin transaction. Once you've created a transaction, you can then sign it and then you can broadcast it to the network. BDK is kind of an abstraction, which makes it very easy. If you had to do all this from scratch, yeah, it would take you years, and yeah, you'd still be yeah, in trouble. So what I've got here is my project, which is quite heavily inspired by Jeremy Chone with his AXUM tutorial. So as you can see up in the top right pane, I've got basically the quick dev. So that uses HTTPC. So it's an HTTP client which can run in just on the terminal. Without further ado, let me just demonstrate it then. So if we clear that, tell you what, I'll show you it from start because if anyone's interested in tmux, I'll quickly just run through that. If not, skip ahead a minute or two. So all right, I'm going to do my prefix, then I'm going to do Control S. So that saves my tmux environment. So now if I do Control A, I can detach it, and I'm back at my command line. And this is just business as usual. So I just type L and press enter, and I've got an alias which runs Exa. Exa is a version of LS, the Linux LS, which was written in Rust, and it gives you nice colors and formatting and so on. So yeah, check out Exa. Anyway, I'm digressing here. So if I want to go back to my tmux session, I'll do tmux, enter. Don't worry about the crab, that's just my customization. So yeah, so I'm in tmux now because I've got the bright green icons or whatever it's called, the banner at the bottom. So now if I do Control A, and then I need to just do um, sorry, Control A and then Control R, and that restores my session that I just exited out of. Not, I mean that might not be impressive, but it does persist between reboots as well, so that's nice. Okay, so I've got my code in my main area here. This is the basically Axum plus the BDK code, Bitcoin Development Kit. So as you can see, there's network memory database, hash map from standard collections, and we're using, I'm not using auth token at the moment, but yeah, so we've got our extract. That's a good feature of Axum. So it extracts from your query. Um, anyway, I, I don't know enough about Axum to do a proper tutorial. Here are my endpoints anyway. So I've got API, which is with login, which is basically copied from the Jeremy Chone video, and then we've got Gen Wallet. So that endpoint will that's the handler, the root handler, and that then calls Gen Wallet. And lower down, Gen Wallet basically creates a new wallet using the BDK. So across to here, I just want to show you something. So this is probably pest or bugged me for a week or two. So this is the syntax cargo watch, which I put in a previous video. So cargo watch, quiet, clear. Sorry, yeah, cargo watch. The Q is for quiet, C is for clear, W for watch, and then execute, and then test. So it's running on the test directory, and then it's quiet, and then it's running quick dev, and then it's just escaping cargo with the two lots of dashes and no capture. So if I run that, it takes a second or two, and it will fail because I haven't run the actual API. So let's just run that. So cargo run to run my code, my effectively run the main.rs. So we can see it's listening. So back across to here. Let's cancel that, clear. Let's run it again. And one test is passed. No, what has been annoying me for a couple of weeks now is this. Whether I do, so if I do Control J, it pages down, which I'd got Control J set for down and Control K for up for navigation. If I do page up, it doesn't work, page down. And I've gone into, I'm using console, by the way. I found console is so much snappier than Tabby. Tabby, I think, is basically running sort of a layer or something on top. So edit current profile, and I've been going in here and trying to edit my settings and failing miserably. So you can come in here and configure the settings, but I haven't really got the knowledge or the patience to persevere with that. But anyway, I just looked on Stack Overflow, and basically what you need to do is use your prefix. So by standard in tmux, it would be Control B. This applies to Vim as well, or NeoVim. So long story short, I'm just going to do Control A, which is my prefix, and then you use the left hand of the bracket. Just to the on a QWERTY up keyboard, just use the bracket. So I can't show you. Let me. I'll just quickly cancel that and just type it. This character here, the left hand square bracket. So what I did there was I did Control plus A, which is my prefix. If you're doing the standard key bindings, it will be Control B. So that's step one. And then I did the left-hand bracket. So prefix and then bracket. So if I do this again, I'll just quickly show you. So I'm going to run. I'll run Cargo Watch, and I know it's frowned upon to use the arrow keys, but I still do. So arrow key's not working, so instead you do Control A, which is my prefix. For you, it might be Control B, and then you just do left-handed arrow. And this is new to me. I know it's probably a lot of you are rolling your eyes, but then you can actually do page up and page down. So the orange is it's a revelation to me. So if you've not, I'd not really seen this before, and I guess for those of you who use VS Code, you probably don't care. But if you ever use tmux, for instance, if you ever work on a remote server, tmux is a lifesaver. So this would even be relevant for any kind of sysadmins watching or anything. So yeah, page up, page down. And if you want to just press spacebar, it takes you to the end of the output. But for instance, if you had a really small window, you can't see what's gone before, and you don't really want to be out piping to less or piping to more, because it's just an extra thing to have to do. So yeah, there you go. Right, so back to the code. I'll just quickly give a demo of my progress with Axum, and so there we go. These are the handler and the mapper response as per the Jeremy Chone video. And if we come across here, I'm just going to refresh this page. So I've already got it here. Localhost 8080/API/gem wallet, which is my path which I've got set up. So yeah, if I run that, in fact, I've got. Let me just move that across. I'll move that across onto the same workspace, and then we can demo it. Okay, so move that down there, and there you see, I just did refresh, so it actually ran that endpoint. And when I ran it, it called the BDK generate wallet, and it's created me a test Bitcoin address. So that's I think it might not be a giant step for mankind, but it's a giant step for me. So I've got Axum calling BDK and it's creating a Bitcoin address, albeit a test address, but the overall concept's the same. It's just changing one line in the code, which would be mainnet instead of testnet. So that's trivial. Yeah, there we go. So if I run it again, and with a wallet, you can create, I believe it's 2 billion keys. So I don't think any of us are ever going to need 2 billion Bitcoin addresses anytime soon. It's not remembering the state, is it? It's index. I need to check that, but I would have expected that index to have incremented, but anyway. There we go. So we've created a Bitcoin address from Axum from an API endpoint. So I think that's quite cool. If this is if this is of interest to anybody, please add some comments, and I'd be really happy if someone else wanted to kind of collaborate with this. If you've got more experience with Axum, or if you've got more experience with BDK, that would be really cool. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. So I've just basically shown you how to integrate BDK with Axum, and I've also shown you how to use the left-hand arrow key, which is, yeah, it's great. It lets you navigate through the terminal history by using the up and down arrow. So yeah, I think that's great. But obviously, if you knew it already, apologies. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.